Hey kids, Mrs. Pietrowski here. It's our final tech lesson of the year. Can you believe it? Well, there's just one thing in your Google Drives that I haven't shown to you yet. So let's take a look. When you come over here to New, and you click, and you go down to More, and you go over. Now remember, Mrs. Pietrowski has a lot of things that you won't have, but underneath my maps and sites, you're right, I haven't shown you sites either, but underneath that, you should have one that looks like this, Google Jamboard. When you click it, you have your own kind of drawing space, but it's like a little bit like slides, except for you can add pictures. So if you have something, say, in your photos, like I have a picture of an owl or many owls, you could throw that in there. Meanwhile, you can draw. You can use a marker or a highlighter, or if you prefer a brush. You can erase things that you don't like. You can add sticky notes. Change the colors if you like. You can, oops, that's the sticky notes. You can use your laser pointer to show people what you want them to notice, like this picture that hasn't shown up yet. How strange. You can change your background to dots or lines or checks if you needed some graph paper, right? Just on the fly. What if you needed some graph paper? Like all of your things, you should always title them the first. So this is my jam. Say okay. That way, when you go back to look for it in your Google Drive, you'll be able to find it. So this is super cool. But like all good Google products, there's also an app. Hold on, I'll show you. Okay friends, here we are on my iPad, and you'll notice that I have the Jamboard app right there. So I'm going to go ahead and click it and open it up, and you can see that I'm logged in with my Google account because you can see the Jamboard that we created just a few moments ago. How did I know that? Because it says this is my jam. You can also see that I've been using this in my language arts class. Alright, so there it is, just like we left it. But the app has some really fun and amazing things I wanted you to know about. Oh, this poor picture of the owl still isn't showing up, but that's okay. I think I can delete it. Let's see if I press this and the three, delete. Alright, and you know what, just for fun, friends, I want to go ahead and clear everything. So I'm going to get the eraser, and beside the eraser there was a tiny little arrow, and that's going to let me clear everything. So it's all gone. But here are the fun things that the app includes. The app has assistive drawing tools. So if you click here and you just wanted to do some writing like this, I could say, I could come over here and I could click and type write Mrs. Not too bad. It's not perfect, but that's okay. If I wrote it in cursive, it might be better. Ta-da! It's much better if you write in cursive. I'll have to remember that for the future. All right. Also, underneath our assistive drawing tools, it will make our shapes exactly perfect. So if I wanted to draw a square, it would turn into a perfect square. If I wanted to draw a circle, it would turn into a perfect circle. Triangle, triangle. Yes, isn't that awesome? Let's see, if I wanted those to be colored, maybe even I can make a perfect heart. Ta-da! All right. Now, friends, I'm going to clear the screen again because here comes the best part of these assistive tools. It's the drawing one. Do you see this? Google is going to try to match my drawing. So I could start with a kitty just like they did. So I have a circle and I've got some ears, and it starts guessing down below what it is that I want to draw. And I could say, yes, I do want a cat. Or I could start drawing, let's see, how about a unicorn? And I know this doesn't really look like a unicorn. But let's see if they're guessing. Oh, they're guessing a bunny. They're guessing a squiggly line. They're guessing a shark. Oh, a rhinoceros. So close. A horse. Oh, that's even closer to a unicorn. Okay, I guess they did not guess unicorn. They guessed feet. Ew, gross. Let's go with a horse for now, because I can always make a horse into a unicorn later. Right? There it is. Whew, and that's even more fun. Check, I like that. And then if I wanted to, I can use my fingers. Oops. I say these things now. I could use my fingers. I'll do it on a bigger shape and make it bigger or smaller. So if you have big fat fingers like Mrs. Pietrowski, it might not work as well. Or you have to turn on the arrow. That's also a good idea. Here we go. And I can turn it around, and voila, my horse has become a unicorn. And then I can go ahead and, cancel. I can turn on my eraser and get rid of these things that I don't want. And they just float away. All right, perfect. So now I have my cat, my unicorn. But what else can this do, Mrs. Pietrowski? So aside from my assistive tools, I put those away. I can come down here to the plus and see what else we have. The sticky note we've already talked about. Images we've talked about. I could pull something that I made out of my Google Drive. I could take something from my camera. I could take something out of my camera library on my iPad. Or I can come down here to stickers. Voila! So what if I wanted to pretend, guys, that we were using an iPad and I had to get my fingers. Oops, I lost it underneath the cat. All right, I'm gonna have to get some smaller fingers, you guys. There we go. And then I can make my page back to the right size. Ta-da! And I can say, oh, this is Mrs. Pietrowski's iPad. Back here with my just regular drawing tools, my marker. And I have Mrs. Pietrowski's iPad. Ta-da! All right, friends. Well, I hope you have as much fun with this tool as I've had. But before we go, don't forget that you can share this with a friend. So if you want to draw together, that's always an option. Have fun!